So here we are at Levski again, and the reason why we're here is we are finally going to complete the Recco Battaglia meeting mission. We're going to meet the character and hopefully get a mission. It should be really great. It's something that I've been trying to do for a few days now, but it hasn't worked, and it seems that with the current patch that we just got, hopefully it's going to work for us now. This is what I like to do now at Levski, of course, using the Cutlass, possibly one of the best short game ships in the game. Well, you know what? Let's get started. Now, of course, in the past, we've met Miles Eckhart, not a fan. We've met Rudo, which was really cool, and I've been trying to kind of kick that door open again. But in the latest build, of course, missions do have a few ish bugs to them, so it's been a little difficult. But Recco Battaglia, where does Recco Battaglia fit in? Because Rudo, of course, is Grim Hex, and obviously there's a criminal lean there. Which way is Recco Battaglia going to go, right? That's a very interesting topic. We know very little about her, except that she has a mechanical prosthesis for a leg. So it should be interesting to find out, is she, on the crime side, or is she just kind of, in this kind of gray area where she might send us out to get supplies for, whoever lives in Levski, possibly, the poor and the downtrodden. And she's maybe not too picky about where those supplies come from or how we acquire them, as long as we, in a way, kind of steal from the rich and give to the poor type situation. It could be an interesting thing, kind of placing kind of a moral conundrum out there for players, where it's kind of like, well, there's this kind of non-law abiding area that you can delve into and yet still be the good guy, so to speak. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. That's kind of where I think it's going. That's kind of where I think it's going to end up, because Levski is kind of like this home for the downtrodden. It's not an outright criminal location like you would expect Grim Hex to be. This is more, a group of human beings struggling to kind of work together and survive in this universe, which is a pretty dark place. And so hopefully we're going to find out what Recco Battaglia is all about. Now, Levski, of course, does have a bit of a reputation as a broken area in the game. It still has its issues. It's not as bad as it was during the whole escape from Levski situation, but it's gotten better, though there are still some issues. I still like to, there's one issue right there. But here we go. Recco Battaglia, let's do it. Let's do it. Recco Battaglia. Recco. Come on, Recco. Let's click. Come on, come on. Let's do the thing. Let's get that mission. Let's get started. Let's start the video. Come on. Come on, Recco. Come on. Come on. Everybody's waiting for you. Yeah, probably not. So, welcome to the Piracy Show, attempt number 2, the Cutlass. Why is the Cutlass so good? One of the users in the Valkyrie video commented that, the Cutlass is such a great ship. It technically is a drop ship. And why is the Cutlass so good? Why does the Cutlass work so well? Why is the Cutlass so dominant? Why do so many people love the Cutlass? And I think that in the current state of the game, the Cutlass is a basic ship. Is it the best fighter? Certainly not. Is it the best cargo hauler? Certainly not. The best explorer? No. No, 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 no. But it is a ship that is broadly applicable to such a wide variety of tasks that are currently available in the game. That's why the Cutlass does so well. It's just a simple basic idea that gets the job done. It is the epitome of its design philosophy, certainly in the current state of the game. You have these other ships like the 600s, the Reclaimers. No, we don't have an active medical ship right now. We have some that we're waiting for, but once again, the medical system isn't here. But one of the big problems with a lot of these ships, like the Reclaimer, is that, yeah, it's this great idea and it's this great ship, but the supporting system to it isn't in the game yet, right? Whereas the Cutlass, it applies to so many different things that are currently in the game. And that's why I think the Cutlass does so well, and that's why I think so many people have such a positive experience with the Cutlass, right? Like, I own a Reclaimer, I own a Caterpillar, right? But when I'm flying around in the game, I use the Cutlass because the Cutlass always gets the job done. And it's pretty much the fastest one to get there, too.
Quantum drive is
There's just... In the current state of the game, there really is no competition for this ship. Maybe the Freelancer. Though, arguably, because the Cutlass is faster, I would say the Cutlass is better because you can get down to the location faster. Therefore, you can pick up the goods faster, less chance of somebody else showing up and interfering with you while you're trying to do the mission. If you can do the mission right now, which seems to be kind of a problem. But, that's why the Cutlass works so well. I mean, if I wanted to go do a mission where it says go salvage the black box, take the Cutlass. If I end up somewhere near Daymar and I'm like, I could make a few extra bucks, you know what? I'll hop down to one of the, what is it? I want to say Boundless Creations, but I know that that's a corporation from EVE Online. Bountiful Harvest, sorry, down on Daymar. If I'm in the neighborhood, I'll hop down there and I'll pick up a load of grain alcohol or whatever, and then take it over to Grim Hex to keep the people fed and keep them satisfied, right? I'll do stuff like that. The Cutlass just adapts to so many different things, and I think that that's why it works so well. Going into the future, though, is the Cutlass going to remain the kind of the king of the short game, as it is, in this kind of planetary system area, when you're kind of navigating around and doing missions there? Is the Cutlass going to remain the king? And I kind of feel that it is. Ultimately, that was the thing that ultimately pushed me off of the Valkyrie, was that, well, it's a cargo area, but it's not a cargo area. It's why? It doesn't make any sense, If you can strap down a vehicle, certainly you can strap down cargo. Well, no, it's different. Oh, how is it different? Well, it's different words, Vehicle and cargo are different words. And, let's move on. And that's ultimately what kind of pushed me off of the Valkyrie. And even logging into this game, I was, because the servers had just been reset, and I kind of went in and said, you know what, I want to do an all Gatling gun configuration on my Cutlass. I hadn't done that in a while, and I spent quite a lot of time in the shop kind of doing up all the guns as Gatling guns, and I improved the shields. I swapped out what components I could for better ones. And then I started doing this Recco Battaglia mission, so I was hoping that was going to lead to some combat so I could test it out. Sadly, was not the case. But hopefully that's something that will be fixed, very soon, please. In a weird way, yeah, that's kind of like what ultimately pushed me personally off of the Valkyrie. I mean, yeah, it is a flight-ready ship, but I don't know. Maybe it's something that I'll pick up in-game with in-game money whenever it becomes available. Whenever we get to that point in the future, fingers crossed, we can revisit the Valkyrie idea. In a weird way, afterwards, I kind of found myself thinking, like, geez, I wish they had gone just straight to flight with the Crusader Mercury. You know, when I was thinking about it, I went, damn, I kind of wish they had done that ship, because that would have been interesting. But it is what it is. It's the cards that were dealt, and we got to deal with them. So, yeah, ultimately, nah, I don't think I'm going to get the Valkyrie. I'm just going to keep the Cutlass, just because the Cutlass is just so broadly applicable, and it's so convenient, easy to use, and it just gets the job done. It really is the best ship in the game right now.
Thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in the Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development, please follow us on our social media channels. See you soon.